Hey guys, I'm welcoming you to episode number 2, and here at Agent of Change, we are in season 5 of Finding Yourself, the October-November edition, and we are saying join us every Saturday at 1 o'clock. We'll always be having this, and we are saying we'll have a good time, a great time together. Now, in this episode number 2, we want to talk about social media and the youth of today. And I hope we're going to have a great time. In this social media and the youth of today, we saw it fit to be included in the journey of finding yourself. Sometimes we go astray because of the things we see on social media. Sometimes we go astray because of the people we are following on social media. Sometimes we tend to do the wrong things because of pretenders who are pretending to have a good life on social media. Sometimes we go the wrong way, following the wrong quotes that are being posted on social media. The internet has everything, and not everything that is in the internet means that it's correct. The fact that it's in the internet and it has a quote, it doesn't mean that it is correct. Now, social media has created a jealous behavior over illusions. Sadly, some are envious of things, relationships, lifestyles that don't even exist. Whatever that some people do on social media is for content, because the things that they are doing at most of the time they don't even exist. But the problem comes when we now copy what they are doing. Have you ever copied something and those that are doing it are not even spending that much, but you are always spending because you are trying to impress? You are always spending because you are comparing. You are always spending because you want to be seen. You want to be the top person of the day. You want to be the talk of social media. You want to be the trend of the day. But sometimes it is not worth it. Being the trend of the day is not worth it while you are losing yourself. It is time for you to find yourself. Now, in finding yourself, social media can be a distraction. Can be a distraction to finding yourself. It takes discipline not to let social media steal your time, because social media can steal your time. It can steal the time that could have been used for valuable things. It can steal the time for your academics. I hope you know what I'm talking about. It can steal the time for the things that you have to commit yourself to. It can steal your time for the things that you have to go and prioritize for, but you end up in social media. So social media has a way of stealing your time. Now, don't use social media to impress people, use it to impact people. The moment you misuse social media, you start impressing people instead of impacting them. You start showing people what they shouldn't have known. You start showing people what they shouldn't have discovered. Now, social media, if you're not careful, you can end up selling yourself through it. Selling yourself to your enemies. Selling yourself to the people who want to see you down. That's why we should be careful, because we cannot find ourselves properly if social media has a greater influence in our lives. If it has a greater influence in our lives. Social media is training us to compare our lives instead of appreciating everything we have, everything that we are. Some people, they don't appreciate what they have because they are comparing it with someone in America. They are comparing it with someone in South Africa. They are comparing it with their old friend they went to school with. They are comparing it with the old mates they were friends with. Why? Because the social media makes you believe that we are in a competition, which is wrong. We end up not appreciating the things we have. We end up not appreciating who we are. We end up not appreciating our body image. We end up not appreciating our face. Many people are doing so many things at the same time, trying to make their faces better, trying to make their body stronger, trying to, in order to impress, in order to show. They are not doing it for themselves, they are doing it so that they can show the world. They are doing it so that they can be the trend of the day. And that's not the solution. You cannot find yourself if your focus is on that. You cannot find yourself because it reduces your worth. You always find that you always find yourself not enough for the thing. Why? Because of the world's opinion, because of social media's opinion. Now, your worth is not measured by likes, by comments, by notes, or by followers, but in your ability to love. Your worth is measured by your ability to love, to keep comments to yourself, and to take note and lead. You cannot lead while you're still running around with false comments of social media, negative comments of social media. If you go by the likes, if you go by the comments, if you go by the followers, then you are going the wrong way. Why am I saying you are going the wrong way? Because your focus should not be on the likes, on the followers, but your focus should be on your ability to lead, should be on your ability to take note. You must be able to keep comments to yourself. You must be able to control yourself, to control your emotions. You must be able to let other things pass. If you stress yourself over likes on social media, if you stress yourself over followers on social media, then you are not doing it the right way. Already you have gone astray. Now, you don't have to post it in order to prove it. No, there are some people, they post everything. Even their private life, they are posting. Even the things they shouldn't have posted, they posted. Why? They are posting it to prove it. Now, you don't have to post it in order to prove it. You are not proving anything to the world. You are unique. That's why you have your unique fingerprint. Your unique fingerprint is not like any other fingerprint. You are unique by yourself. And I'm saying you don't have to post it in order to prove it. Not every part of your private life needs to be public. Not every part of your life needs to go public. Not everyone has to know what is going on in your life now. Not everyone has to know that you got something new. Some things, you keep them to yourself. They are for the betterment of you, and you are saving yourself. By doing that, you are also saving yourself. If you are on social media and you are not learning, listen carefully, you are not learning, you are not laughing, you are not being inspired, then you are using it wrong. If you are not learning anything, you are using it wrong. If no one is inspiring you, you are using it wrong. If you are not laughing, you are using it wrong. Why? Social media shouldn't be for fame. Social media should be for learning. You must be learning something there. If you are not learning anything, log out, go off. If you are not laughing, social media must be a place where sometimes when you go, they share memes, you start laughing. It brings out the joy in you. Now, social media must be inspiring you. If there are people that are not inspiring you, unfollow them. They are useless. Follow the ones that are inspiring you. Because at the end of the day, you need to be inspired and not comparing people's things. You need to be inspired and not following things that will lead you astray. Now, fix your life, because social media can become a tool in destroying you, and you end up not finding yourself. You end up not finding who you are. Now, there is a rule that I have adopted, because I've seen social media that if I'm not careful, social media can destroy my life. Then I adopted this rule of posting less, doing more, comparing less, reflecting more, discuss less, accomplishing more. Now, I'll repeat it again. Posting less, doing more, comparing less, reflecting more, discussing less, and accomplishing more. Sometimes we focus too much on social media, we forget we have a life to live. Sometimes we focus more on social media, we forget we have goals to achieve. Sometimes we focus more on social media and we forget that there are other people who are not even there. The people who helped us, who are not even on social media. Who are we trying to impress? It is time for you to find the inner you, the real you, to find who you are and finding yourself. And we are saying, be careful, because social media can destroy your youth. Social media is capable of destroying the youth of today. We no longer do things for ourselves. We no longer think by ourselves. We are always running to the internet. We are saying social media can kill the brain. Social media can make you impress instead of impact. Now, be careful of social media. It is time for you to find yourself. Find the inner you who is not controlled by social media. Thank you. Join me on the next episode. And we are in season 5. We are saying finding yourself, October-November edition. Join me next Saturday at 1 o'clock. Thank you.